All right, so today we're going deep on MrBeast.
Yeah, MrBeast. You've definitely seen his videos popping up all over the place, right? But today we're going to go deeper than just the viral stunts you see.
Yeah.
We're really going to unpack how he got here and what he's doing that goes way beyond just making entertaining videos. He's got all sorts of stuff to dig into. Articles, research snippets.
It's really fascinating. The thing about MrBeast is he's not one of those like overnight success stories you see online all the time. He's been on YouTube since 2012. Started as a teenager, just like a lot of these creators.
Yeah, that's right. I remember reading about some of his early stuff, like gaming videos, trying all kinds of different formats. It was almost like he was searching for that like magic formula.
Oh, totally. He was experimenting, absolutely. You can really see that evolution.
Yeah.
Leading up to that moment in 2017 when he did that counting to 100,000 video.
Oh, yeah. That was the one that really blew up, right? Just a super simple concept, but it went totally viral. It did. And that's where things get really interesting. That's kind of when he really started to lean into those high-stakes challenges, the giveaways, and even started incorporating philanthropy into the content.
So it wasn't just luck, like there was some method to the madness here.
Exactly. He didn't just like stumble onto this huge success, MrBeast or Jimmy Donaldson, like he's known in real life. He was really methodical about figuring out how to make content work. Like actually dissecting other videos that were doing well, looking at thumbnails, the titles, everything, trying to understand how the YouTube algorithm works.
Wow. So it's like he approached it almost like a scientist, testing, refining, until he cracked the code.
Totally. He was willing to put in the work to like study and understand the mechanics of what makes something go viral, constantly testing and experimenting, trying to figure out what worked.
And here's what I find just mind-blowing. He puts almost all the money he makes right back into the videos. Most people would be cashing out, but he's using it to fuel those even crazier, bigger ideas.
That reinvestment strategy is huge. That's like a major key to understanding his success. It creates this cycle, Bigger videos, they attract more views. More views means more money, and that money goes right back into making even more over-the-top content.
That's such a good point. And you can see that in the scale of his videos, like the Squid Game recreation. I mean, that thing was like a Hollywood
It
production.
was incredible, and that's what's so interesting. Each video feels like an event. Like he's pushing the limits of what people expect to see online.
It's almost like he's challenging himself.
Right.
Constantly innovating.
Right.
Finding new ways to push those boundaries.
Yeah, and that leads us to another really fascinating thing about MrBeast. It's not just about entertainment. He's built this brand that represents generosity, curiosity, community.
You're talking about the whole philanthropic side, right? Team Trees, Team Seas, those are massive, raising millions of dollars for environmental causes.
Yeah. And that's where you see him redefining what it means to be an influencer. It's not just about fame and fortune for him. It's about using his platform to do good, to make a real impact.
So it's more than just a side project. It's really core to who he is, like what his brand represents.
Yeah. These campaigns have planted millions of trees, helped to clean up the oceans. They've inspired tons of other creators to use their platforms to give back.
It's incredible how he's turned entertainment into a force for positive change. But it's not just the philanthropy. His brand extends to the business world, too. MrBeast Burger. Feastables.
Oh, absolutely. That's where his understanding of audience and brand building really comes in. He's not just slapping his name on random products. These ventures are extensions of his brand values. High quality, fun, accessible to everyone.
Yeah, and the MrBeast Burger concept was so clever, partnering with existing restaurants to create a virtual brand, using their infrastructure, reaching a wider audience through delivery platforms.
It's a win-win. He gets to bring that MrBeast experience to fans everywhere. And he's supporting local businesses at the same time.
I've got to admit, I've tried it. It's surprisingly good. And the packaging, it makes you feel like you're part of something bigger than just getting a burger.
It's true. That's what he's so good at, creating that whole experience, bringing his brand into the real world. And Feastables follows the same principle. High quality ingredients, fun branding, focus on community.
It's all so intentional, strategic.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly effective. He's built this empire on understanding his audience, willingness to experiment, and a real commitment to giving back. It's honestly pretty inspiring.
Absolutely. But it also raises some interesting questions. Like, what does MrBeast's trajectory tell us about the future of content creation?
Yeah.
Can this model be replicated? Is it sustainable? We'll dive deeper into those questions and more as we keep going.
It really makes you wonder, like, how does he come up with these ideas? I mean, the scale of his videos is just insane.
Well, that's where that deep understanding of the YouTube algorithm comes in. Remember, he spent years analyzing what works, dissecting those viral videos,